there. So I just got done watching the new Daniel Day-Lewis film. It also starred Vicky Krieps, Lucy Manville, Phil Phillips, and the director was Paul Thomas Anderson, who also did There Will Be Blood with Daniel Day-Lewis, so there's good connection there. Okay, I slaughtered the names, but there's honestly there's a lot of good actors in this film. They all did a really good job. The pacing was good. I didn't really feel. I remember the first time I looked at my watch just to see how much time went by, and it was like 55 minutes went by, and I was like, gee. That's what I'm saying, the pacing was really good. It's kind of slow at the start, but like, you know, they're just getting into the swing of things, just introducing everybody. So I'll go with character names for this. Amelia was the main name of the name of the main character in this film, and I'm not sure if it's a true movie or not. Probably is. I should have looked that up. Heck. So anyway, I'll just go. So Amelia's kind of talking to her doctor. That's kind of the start of the film, and she's just talking about Woodcock, Daniel Day-Lewis's character, and so he's a really high-end fashion designer. I think just after the Second World War, and yeah, he caters to a lot of rich people, like not just rich people, but princesses too, you know. So, like, he goes out to his country house, but then he goes to a B&B for breakfast, and he sees a waitress who's Amelia, and you know, there's an instant attraction between the two of them, which is really nice, and the two of them spend a lot of time together, and then eventually she comes back to the city with him, and then you know, they just become, she moves in and they become boyfriend and girlfriend kind of, and this is just soon after he kicked out the last girlfriend because he was bored with her. It's just like, but apparently that's just a thing that happens, and then his sister, Woodcock's sister, plays a big role in his life too, and she's kind of like the right hand man of like she just she just runs the day-to-day operation of the whole company, I guess, and whereas he just can concentrate on the designs and doing the dresses and getting everything done right, which is cool. Yeah, I have 2 pages of notes, and but it's very detailed movie. Like how I knew they were back in London, there was like a double-decker red bus just went by the window, and I was like, oh right, they're back in London. Very nice, I like that, thank you. So yeah, it's just basically a love story between the two of them, but he's a very stubborn kind of guy. He's set about his ways. Like, he's a younger guy and she's young. He's an older guy and she's young, and so it's you know, it is kind of will they won't they kind of a thing, but like they are already living together. But will he, you know, um, actually fall for her? That's kind of thing, because she kind of see throughs. She It doesn't take long for her to see through his BS basically, and you know, like there was a scene at breakfast and she's kind of making too much noise and he gets all agitated and he walks away, and then the sister kind of tells her, and she's like, oh right, okay, but so that's okay, but what she kind of figure out is that she needs to get him out of the mindset, because he isn't really living life, you know, and that can happen with a lot of really successful people. They get too much in their work, and they you know, they just can't, like, he appreciates his dresses and that, and he likes to see the women wearing the dresses and he gets a lot of pleasure out of it, but like he needs to live life, kind of thing. So that's what Amelia kind of is trying to get through to him, like, you know. But so after a fashion show, they spend a lot of time together, and then after a fashion show he kind of crashes, and then they go to the country house, and then she looks after him for a few days, and she just loves it because she's doting on him, and he really shows, like, I think his, like, without walk, it's kind of his real self kind of comes out, and he's like a gentleman, and he's really nice, and you know, and that's the kind of man she fell in love with at the start, because that's the way he was, like walking on the beach and everything with her. And so like she wants that, you know, she wants to be appreciated, and if he's just walking the whole time, like, it's no good, you know. And I think that's what happened with the first girlfriend. Like, she was just like, you know, what am I even doing here anymore? Should I just leave? Like, you know. And so she did, the first girlfriend, you know. But but I think a real turning point was that Barbara Rose, American, really rich American, she was marrying the Spanish guy, really rich, but she turned up to a dress fitting for a wedding dress. She's kind of, how old would she be? In her 50s, I guess, maybe. She'd a grown up son, so I guess maybe. So she shows up at the dress fitting drunk, basically, and it's a really funny scene. So he fits the wedding dress, and she's kind of keeps asking him to come to the wedding, and he's like, my place is here, this is where I work, and she says, I insist. So he goes to the wedding, and like, he's very agitated, he doesn't like it, and then of course Amelia goes with him, and then she gets annoyed as well because she's abusing the dress, really. She abuses the dress, because she gets really drunk and she gets a bit of dress and wipes her mouth, and the two of them get annoyed, which is really understandable. But the whole scene's really funny. I found it really funny. So like, she passes out on the table, and really boom on the table, and then guys pick her up and bring her off, and Amelia's like, she doesn't deserve that dress, and he's like, well, what can I do? And she's like, get back off her. And so the two of them go upstairs, and she's like, well, Woodcock's like, I want the dress back, and the woman's there like, she's asleep. She's asleep in the dress? She goes, yeah. And then he just goes, Amelia. And so Amelia just runs in and she pulls the dress off her. And she's like, oh, like stone passed out. So she gets the dress off her, and she's like, yeah, we'll never walk with her again so long as she acts like this. And then the two of them had a really nice scene together after, like, you know, because she, that's when they really fall in love with each other, and then I think she gets him, and he's really appreciative of her for getting him. There's really nice kissing scene kind of, and she tells him she loves him, and it's really nice scene, and then it's kind of then the second act. Maybe I guess I can't remember acts. It's the third act anyway. So it's an hour. It's over an hour into the film, and things go kind of take a turn for the worse. Then, the princess shows up. French princess. She's marrying a Belgian guy, and she turns up to be fitted. She's a young, beautiful woman. She turns up to be fitted for a wedding dress. So tensions are. So he's a bit. I have to get this right. I have to do this kind of thing, and so he gets agitated with her, with Annabelle, and it's kind of silly, really. So eventually she decides to poison him, and because she wants to get him back down to earth, basically, and I don't know, it doesn't really show, but he kind of distances himself, and he's kind of in love, but he isn't really paying much attention to her. So yeah, she poisons him, and then she looks after him, and then and then he gets better, and then the next morning, he wants to say, I want to get married, and you see, that's the thing, and then they get married, and things are okay for a while, but then I don't want to, but then they start distancing again. So it's kind of it's the whole movie is just trying, it's poor Annabelle trying to figure him out, and it was a different time back then. It's of course today you would never dream of drugging somebody like that. That's silly. That's ridiculous. You go through. You try different things, but she did. She set up this dinner for him to be all alone and everything, and he hated it, and she got upset, and it was just dude, you don't understand women. Why, you'd have all these girlfriends, but you just don't get women. Ugh, just silly. I don't want to say typical man, but he's a typical, just old school kind of a guy who just kind of takes his girlfriends for granted. Just he loves Annabelle, but he kind of takes her for granted, and that's so it's not nice, and yeah, so I'm kind of getting into spoilers here now, but yes, I really like this movie. The final scene was kind of real high tension, because she was prepping to drug him again, and I think he kind of knew it, and then he ate a bit of the omelette, and she was like, you're going to get sick again, and I'm going to look after you again, and then he realised, I love you, but that's what I'm saying, that scene was just brilliant, that back and forth, there was no word said, It was just brilliant. Kind of reminded me of Misery a little bit. Bit strange. But yeah, it was really, I really enjoyed the movie. I really liked it. Daniel Day-Lewis did a fantastic job. I think he could win his fourth Oscar for this. If he doesn't, I think maybe Michael Shannon from Shape of Water should win it. They're kind of my two Oscar picks. Yeah, I don't know is he better. He could be better, you know. Michael Shannon could be better. Very tough. It'd be tough now between these two guys for best actor. But well, he's kind of best supporting male actor, or maybe best lead actor. I don't know, but yeah. But everybody did a good job in this film. Even the extras, like who only had a couple of lines, they did a really good job. And it was a really nice, satisfying film. Like it was really well done, and the music was the piano music and throughout the film. Only there was one scene, the New Year's scene, where the music in the room was louder than piano music. I think it should have been the other way around. I think they messed that bit up. But the dresses he designed, just the dresses were amazing. The costume designs were amazing. The car he was driving was really cool. I really liked the cars. It was really well done period piece. You know, like I said, I can't remember if it's a true story or not. But yeah, it is a romantic movie, but it's a different take on a romantic movie, which I appreciate. It's not your typical romantic film. I laughed a few times during it because I thought it was a bit of over the top, but it was really quaint and it was really nice, and yeah, like I said, I enjoyed it. So I really recommend this film to I put like a 12s on it, but I guess you'd have to be kind of mature to understand what's going on and to really get it, you know. So yeah, I think it's kind of like a date movie. I think this would be a nice date movie. Not a first date movie, but like it would be a nice date movie. So yeah, that's it. I really enjoyed it. So remember, subscribe. My last videos here, my previous movie reviews here, and then I'll stick another video up here, and that's it. Thanks for watching.